Hi everybody, welcome to this week's topic. What are we going to dive into today? A beautiful, beautiful topic. We are going to learn how to create our own labyrinths for walking meditations. For me, this is a topic that feels pretty much like sacred choreography for my soul. And I hope that you guys will feel the same once we're done. What is the labyrinth? It's a sacred pathway through time. Before we get our hands, and of course our feet, into the how-to, let's honor the mystical roots of the labyrinths. The ancient origins, well, we've got the Minoan Crete. Here we think of the myth of the Minotaur's labyrinth that speaks to the soul's journey through confusion towards clarity. In medieval Europe, cathedrals like Chakra in France embedded labyrinths into their floors, and pilgrims who visited the cathedrals walked them as symbolic journeys to the divine. I know I walked a couple of labyrinths in the cathedrals when I was in London and when I was in France, and they were absolutely beautiful. Now we dive into indigenous cultures, Native American medicine wheels, and Hopi labyrinths symbolize or they reflect cycles of life, death, and rebirth. In India and Tibet, we have the mandalas. They often contain labyrinthine paths, guiding practitioners towards spiritual awakening. So it doesn't really matter which culture you look into. They're just called different things, but at the end of the day, they all are labyrinths. What's the spiritual symbolism of the labyrinth? Unlike a maze, a labyrinth has one path in and out. There are no tricks. There are no dead ends. It's a metaphor, literally a metaphor for life's journey, winding, intentional, and ultimately returning to the center. Walking a labyrinth is a moving meditation. Each step that you take becomes a prayer, a breath, and a release. It mirrors the spiral energy, inwards for reflection and outward for integration. Now the fun part, how to create your very own personal labyrinths. Whether you have a garden, a patch of grass, or even a cozy indoor space, you can craft a labyrinth that is uniquely yours. And now your very own step-by-step guide. Choose your space. Outdoors, a quiet corner of your garden, a park, or even on a sandy beach. Indoors, use rugs, string lights, or chalk to outline a path on the floor. Now the fun part, select your design. A classical 7 circuit, simple and ancient, great for beginners. Chakra style, more intricate, with a cross in the center, ideal for deeper spiritual work. And then a spiral labyrinth. This combines the spiral's energy with the labyrinth's intention. Yes, please. I think this one is for me. Now you mark the path. How? Use stones, shells, candles, flower petals, or chalk. Make the path wide enough to walk comfortably. This is important. Your path has to be wide enough so that you can walk comfortably. About 40 to 60 centimeters is perfect. And then create a sacred center. Place a crystal, a candle, and then a journal or intention card at the center, at the heart. This is your energetic anchor where you pause, you reflect, and you also receive. Bless your labyrinth. Yes, it's yours, and it is something sacred. So bless your labyrinth. Smudge with sage or palo santo. Speak an invocation. May this path guide me inwards to truth and outwards to love. I like that a lot. May this path guide me inward to truth and outward to love. Walking your labyrinth. This should be a ritual of soulful movement. Here's a very simple flow that you can follow. Entering. When you enter your labyrinth, set an intention. What are you seeking? Are you seeking clarity, healing, or peace? Walk slowly, letting each breath be a step and each step be a breath. Centering. When you reach the center of your labyrinth, pause, breathe, and listen. You might even journal here, pray, or simply rest in stillness. When you return, going out of your labyrinth, walk back out with deep gratitude. Imagine each step radiating your newfound insight into the world. Now a couple of modern uses and cosmic twists. I like these. Healing circles. Invite friends to walk the labyrinth together, each holding a shared intention. Moon rituals. Walk under the full moon to release, or the new moon to manifest. I know I'm going to walk my labyrinth in both the new moon and the full moon's beautiful energy. Chakra activation. Assign each circuit a chakra and walk with focused energy. And then soundscape. Here you can play ambient music, use crystal bowls or nature sounds to deepen your very personal experience. Next week, we are going to dive into the power of the center. Since the labyrinths guide us to the center, we're going to explore that theme next week. The sacred center, finding stillness in a spinning world. I hope you enjoyed today's edition, and we look forward to seeing you, having you join us next week. Pop us a comment, pop us a thumbs up. Let us know what your favorite labyrinth is. Let us know where your labyrinth is. And also let us know if you are now going to create one. Thank you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.